Today we're going to try to combine a lot of little AirHeads into one enormous AirHead.
I really like AirHeads.
They're good. They're, for anyone who doesn't know what AirHeads are, they're basically a kind of taffy with a slightly different texture.
Yeah.
I know this is a weird description, but if taffy were more like fudge, that's what it would be.
Bubblegum you eat.
It's a crumblier kind of taffy than some.
But it's delicious.
Yeah, and it melts easily, unlike some candy.
We've had some problems in the past with some candy that we tried to melt down.
And I think we can combine lots of little AirHeads into one big AirHead.
What's gonna be a big AirHead?
Here's the basic idea. AirHead candies melt surprisingly easily, and we have about 50 pounds of them. We're going to try and melt a bunch down and turn them into one giant AirHead candy, wrapper included. So here's the thing. I was experimenting with these, and I found that they actually melt really easily in hot water in the package. So what we're gonna do is I've got some water boiling on the stove. We're going to throw a bunch of these into the water and then start taking them out, cutting a corner off, and squeezing the AirHead out onto this mylar foil we have here. This is actually a tablecloth, and we're gonna use this as our sort of wrapper, and we're just gonna keep squeezing AirHeads out until we have about the size and shape of one AirHead that goes across our entire counter.
And I'm assuming we're not gonna really worry about colors. It's gonna be a multicolored AirHead.
I was thinking we could try and keep it divided up. We have 4 colors here.
Okay.
So we can kind of split it up like into 4 quadrants.
Sure.
This AirHead is now pretty gushy. Cut off a corner and we can squeeze out the AirHead. That sort of looks like toothpaste a little bit. And because it's only heated up to the temperature of hot water, like it doesn't really change much about the composition or how the AirHead itself, you know, the texture of the candy. So once it cools down, it kind of just goes back to the texture it was before.
We're not hurting the integrity of the candy. We're not melting anything else into it. We're not mixing it with anything.
Very concerned about the candy integrity. We've got a lot of AirHead
Just
here.
a little bit.
So what we're going to do now is just for a little bit, we're going to take the wrapper. This is we're going to use this for our final wrapper. This particular one, we were using the heat gun and so it melted, but we have more of it. So we're just gonna take this, wrap it up for the night and kind of pull it tight to try and clean up the edges. And then tomorrow we'll work on finishing up the wrapping job and really just making this thing look just right.
All right, guys, Nate and Callie have cranked out this AirHead. I'm just here to help with the outside. So I took the outside of this and I have made it into a vector. So we're gonna use the AirHead itself, and then we have the words AirHead, and we have the TKOR flavor, of course. So even though it looks small on here, it's still going to be 17 inches long. And what I did was, so this is all gonna be one solid color, and then I had to go and cut out all the different layers to the AirHead, to that logo, because if you look at it on here, so it has like one solid background, and then it has this white background, and then it has these blue accents. So that means that we have to have 3 layers to our sticker to get that effect. So I had to go and cut out 3 different vectors to lay over top so that we can get the correct layering. So like this layer moves, but I made it the perfect size so that it fits perfectly within what we're trying to get. All right, so we got the AirHead logos cut out. Now we have to do some layering. So we're going to use masking tape. I already did it with the smile. What you do is you put masking tape on top, it allows you to pull it up, and then place your vinyl with ease on top of other vinyl pieces. Yeah. Sticker on stickers. Oh man. And this is the easy part. Now that we have all the layers.
The giant AirHead is complete, and I gotta say this thing looks so good. Thank you to Grace for all of the vinyl work, making this wrapper look just right. We have our flavor over here, which is TKOR multicolored flavored. There's our totally authentic AirHeads wrapper seal. Go for it. You want to try opening it by a perforation? Let's see if that works at all.
Yeah.
This is not normal candy wrapper Mylar, so I don't know if that's gonna do anything. This is actually a tablecloth. Oh, kind of. Kind of. Oh, you got the outer layer of tape off. Good.
Well,
it's not exactly the same.
Let's save the outer layer if we can.
Oh, because it's got the printing on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, that's what it looked like when we wrapped it up, kind of. But okay, I do want to point out this is something that I wanted.
I'm so happy it worked.
In an AirHead, every time you open them, there's always a crease down one side from where like the doubled over part of the wrapper was,
and we got it.
We got our crease line running across the whole AirHead.
We have a bit of a conundrum in the studio right now. We have a giant AirHead and we're very proud of it, and Grace did wonderful work on it. Grace has never eaten an AirHead in her life.
What?
Grace?
Or do you just like having the bragging point that you've never had one? Like with Skittles.
I think I like the bragging point that I've never had one, but
It's up to you. She's probably gonna hate it.
You have to actually try it. Put it in your mouth and chew it up.
Nate's a bully. How do you what do you do with it?
Keep chewing it and then swallow it. Like food.
Like a chunk of it?
Yeah. No, just like, it'll break up eventually. You keep chewing, it'll just crumble a bit. Even after our candy processing of heating these up in boiling water and squeezing them out, they really do it seems like exactly the same texture. Like the chewiness is the same, how it breaks down when you're eating it is the same, how durable feeling it is seems the same. So I really like that we were able to keep that same texture and taste, like everything is the same except we made it giant. Well guys, that's it for today with our giant AirHead, but we've always got new great stuff for you to see. Hit the box right there to check out another one of our great videos, and we'll see you in the next one. Talk to you then.